Hey everybody, Childish Gambino here, the internet's freakiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Childish Gambino project, Bando, Stone, and the New World. Here we have the latest and final project from beloved artist Childish Gambino, who, as the album comes to a close, will no longer take on that moniker. I really enjoyed the overall feel of this project. I liked how it started off a bit different in the beginning with like all the up-pitched vocals, almost very Frank Ocean-esque in a way, but more rap influenced, of course, because that's more what Gambino was known for, and in this closing project, that's what he wanted to kind of give everyone while still maintaining what he is known for currently, because there are definitely tracks that are very vocally just grandiose and just fantastic to listen to. I really like the whole alternative feel that there was towards certain points in the album with tracks like Lithonia or Running Away. They almost got to a point of being like a very emo or and for a bad reference, what Machine Gun Kelly was doing as of late prior to the whole genre sad boy era. Granted, in certain areas of the project, there is also that island feel that he's known for having occasionally, like on projects such as Kauai or even the track California off of Awaken My Love. But on this project, he has it with tracks like Steps Beach and In the Night. The album itself is very different in a lot of areas a lot of the time, but I feel like that's what he was intentionally going for. Granted, it is a soundtrack, which we haven't seen what will come to be of the film. We've seen some trailers and some promotional material, but we haven't actually seen what the film itself is. And I am personally looking forward to seeing that. There are other tracks that bring out the full-on rapping side of Gambino, such as Talk My Shit, Survive, and Yoshinoya. Those are the most notable ones that are just more so entirely rap, or in a way him trying to be that older version of himself. For example, on the track Survive, he says new verse with an old flow, where he uses a flow that is more or less akin to how he used to sound back in like the EP and Camp days, or even maybe like early stages of Because of the Internet. Yep. There were some unexpected moments on this project as well, too. For instance, the Yeet feature on the track Cruisin'. I was very cautious about approaching that track while I was listening through the album, but when I got to it, I was actually very pleasantly surprised. The track itself sounds, I would say, a little bit different than Gambino's traditional style, but it's also not so far away from it that it strays from being a Gambino track. I still really enjoyed it, and the Yeet feature was actually quite pleasant, and I didn't expect it to be, in all honesty, just because when I think of features that I want on a Childish Gambino album, or ones that I expect anyways, I don't think Yeet typically comes to mind. I think the album as an experience was very enjoyable. I liked moments such as Got to Be and Real Love, especially Real Love. Real Love is a very, it's not that long of a track, but I really did enjoy it for what it was, even being kind of repetitive towards the end, but repetitiveness always kind of does something for my brain sometimes, unless it's something like Gucci Gang by Lil Pump, then that's kind of just irritating. But I like when certain lines are repeated to put more emphasis on them, you know, just to make it feel more important in the moment of the album. Like even in moments like on the track We Are God, it gets very repetitive towards the end, but I just like the production and everything as it's happening is just very enjoyable. It's just a good listen. Other moments like No Excuses, it's a 7-minute track with like a majority of it just kind of being instrumental, and I really enjoy it. I like the whole vibe that this album is going for, just in general. I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a beautiful project. A moment that I actually found to be quite adorable was Can You Feel, featuring his child Legend. Great moment, and just very wholesome, and also just a very genuine and heartfelt track that's just enjoyable to listen to. It touches on the death of Gambino's father, and that is mainly the reason that he had taken such a hiatus, and it even took this long to get the finished version of Atavista, or 3:15:20, as it was originally called. Another moment I really enjoyed was the track Dadvocate. I really liked in the hook where it said, it's not safe being a woman and it's hard being a man. I feel like that is very true, and not even in a way that's sexist. I just believe that it's just a statement that is true. Also, the track Happy Survival, that's mostly just like an island instrumental, with like a little vocal flair here and there, is just great. I really enjoyed it. Along with the track A Place Where Love Goes, that was such a great closer for both the album and, in a way, Childish Gambino's persona. And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was beautiful. A great performance on both his and even Ludwig's part in production. Overall, I think this project was a great listen, front to back. I will definitely return to it quite often in his catalog. And I think it was a you know, it was a great farewell to the character known as Childish Gambino, and that's the reason I'm giving it a strong 8 to a light 9. Transition. I'm not gonna do all the flippy stuff that he actually does. I'm just gonna stay in his room. So, yeah, tricked you with red flannel though, didn't I? You thought it was gonna be a bad review. No, I love Childish Gambino. I may actually be a little bit biased, but that's besides the point. Really enjoyed the project. Let me know if you did. Tell me what you think about it. Bye-bye.